Well, my name is Carlos Azevedo. I'm from Portugal. Actually, I'm running ESLIDER Portugal, which is a network of persons connected to the social field. We started our venture based on a lot of challenges faced by social entrepreneurs and social organizations in Portugal. Most of the challenges were related with lack of peer-to-peer connection between this kind of agents. Most of social organizations were starting to run out of money, so which is quite a great problem there. And finally we started the discussion on social innovation and social entrepreneurship. On the top of that, most of social organizations lack transparency. They don't have a good governance model. They lack management skills. So our idea was to create a different network, not in the mainstream, but trying to develop some programs to tackle this kind of issues. So ESLIDER was created with this goal to build a more professional and innovative third sector, and then we evolved to a different kind of approach, because we also think that social organizations need to build bridges with the public sector, bridges with the private sector too. So we enlarge our focus, and today ESLIDER has 58 members from around the three sectors of our economy: the private sector, the public sector, and the third sector. Most of our members are leaders, not leaders in the traditional sense. We call them social change makers, people that lead change in our society. But in a way, they are also connected to social ventures, social organizations. And our network has goals. The first one has to do with governance. We are trying to build a new governance model for social organizations, and we expect to have a book published next year on governance, with a lot of good practices on the field. The second, a book and a lot of workshops for leaders. The second strategic goal has to do with social innovation and social entrepreneurship. Actually, we are trying to foster social innovation in Portugal, but for us to have a more innovative ecosystem environment, we need to change the legal framework. So we are trying to build with the government a new kind of organization able to, that fits this new challenge. And our idea is to regulate the social enterprise status in Portugal. We are doing it. Probably our proposition will be submitted to the government next year. And we are also running next year a summer school, not a summer school, a winter school on social innovation in partnership with SIX, and we would like to engage Euclid too as our main partner. And finally, we are trying to develop a new environment for social investment. And our idea is also to submit a proposition to the Portuguese government for them to create a social bank. A social bank based on the unclaimed assets, and that could improve social innovation, funding new projects on the social field, mostly social innovation programs. Today our main issue, if I could say it like that, is to relate this huge network, this innovative and engaged network, with the conservative side of charities in Portugal. Charities are rooted in the community, have good assets, are quite connected to the population, but they lack innovation. They need more innovative staff. They need new board members because they are becoming older and older, and our idea is to prepare the new leaders for tomorrow, the new generation of social leaders. And for that we will launch with EUCLID Sport, which is a regional umbrella for charities in Porto, a social innovation competition. And the idea is to merge these two different worlds. In one hand, social organizations, as I was saying, root in the community, and in the other hand we have social entrepreneurs. So we will have three different challenges for them: unemployment, how to use empty public spaces, and finally how to build sustainable business models. And we'll have a competition between social organizations in first place, and then we will have a competition between social entrepreneurs. And at the end of the day we'll have a marriage between social entrepreneurs and social organizations. This is our vision for the future. We are trying to contribute for a more diverse social sector. We are trying to contribute for a new political agenda in this field. We are preparing the new leaders, and finally we are changing the Portuguese ecosystem, and with a lot of hope we are changing the country actually.